Welcome to the Perico post-day show here for our first of two of these. We'll have another one following the podiums and preceding a bit of the podiums tomorrow night, I'm sure. Kyle Cuthbertson, Caleb Bieska, myself, Xander Clemens, Adrian Reneden, Mateus Morgado, and AJ Myers are getting ready to join us here shortly as well. Let's go ahead and break down a couple things from what we just saw on the racetrack, starting with them and Pro Stars. Kyle, you first.
Yeah, I mean, I think a great day of racing. You can see the progression of all the heats. The intensity is building, and yeah, I mean, just the championship battle is going to be insane tomorrow, and it's crazy to think there's only one final to go, just one session.
Yeah, it's all going to boil down to just one, right? Grid set, championship scenarios can start to be calculated a little bit. We kind of went over those at the end of the broadcast, Caleb and myself, and Mateus is going to be in the driver's seat tomorrow night. All he's got to do is end up on the podium, and pretty much, although I got to double check on the tiebreakers, if he would end up third and Reneden were to end up winning, what would happen then? Because that put them in a dead tie if all the results hold, which we imagine they would, at least for those drivers' sake. And there's still, of course, oddballs that could play a spoiler in the championship, at least the championship podium too.
Yeah, for sure. We kind of saw a little bit today, right? Those drivers that are here, this weekend that are kind of mixing things up, right? Josh Conker was one of the ones that we talked about, given his second moto wasn't the best, and it was nowhere, where standards have been for him this year, right? And I think he's played spoiler. He played spoiler in qualifying, right? Putting himself up to third. So we're going to see, I think, a little bit more from them tomorrow at night. And yeah, just spoiler, if you will, for the championship. Adrian Reneden, Mateus, AJ, they've been the ones that have been up front so far. And we saw it tonight, right? And they all feel like they need a little bit more, even though they are right there, right? It was interesting to hear from Adrian saying, yeah, I'm not fast enough. And he set the fastest lap of the race, compared to those two guys. So, yeah, perfectionists. And I think we're going to hear from them a little bit later on tonight. But, yeah, it's very fine margins. And, again, for OKN stars with Blake Nash, Paulie Massimino, Paulie joked around, gave a little nod to Connor, who starts his playoffs tonight. And yeah, just for Paulie has had that pace. Blake has been just as fast. The package is all coming together, but Paulie needs a little bit of luck on his side tomorrow. It's not going to be the same situation that we saw last year, right? Winner take all, where you got into the motos, stuff went wrong. Everybody's been okay. They've been perfect throughout the motos, kept themselves clean. And when you get to main event time, it's anybody's game. But again, upper hand goes to Blake Nash and OKN.
Yeah, he's going to have an even easier ride to the championship based on the way today unfolded. Nothing's ever easy. You still got to finish out good in his case and Reneden's case, and truthfully, across the board in Pro Stars and across the board right now outside of Diego in the OKN Stars championship fight. What I was most surprised about, Kyle, hearing from everyone and seeing it on the racetrack, was how different the conditions were for the drivers compared to when we were last under the lights just 2 weeks ago, by having maybe a 10-degree cooler ambient temperature, and everybody was sliding, whereas we didn't really see a whole lot of that, I felt like, at Miami Grands.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit cooler, and it's also a bit more humid. Like, you can feel it's a bit more sticky, a bit more, I would say, just damp out. It's really made a huge difference. I think everything that you might have learned or known from a few weeks ago at Miami Grands is completely out the window.
And that, of course, today they got a much better read than even last night because they were all around each other. In OKN and in Pro Stars qualifying, the fast drivers, especially the championship contenders, were on opposite ends of the racetrack. So this was the first time they've got both a full 24-hour window to kind of sleep on any ideas or changes or weaknesses and really have that deep dive into the data or video that they want to do, right? I mean, again, like you said, from Reneden, he did set fast time, but I think what he's searching for is probably marks on the racetrack. Of the three of them, he looked to be the most inconsistent. And when he hit everything right, the lap was there, the speed was there, the power was there, but he had one or two little bobbles as he was trying to really nail that turn 5-6 chicane, which at this point, with the packages as they are, the tire and engine combo it looks like for KA, and arguably OKN, it seems relatively easy to navigate, but I think with the lack of grip on the racetrack at night, it looks sketchy to get through that chicane and shifter.
Yeah, and we saw a lot today, right? Those opening laps were very tricky. Mateus was sliding all over. AJ was sliding all over.
Even turn 7.
Yeah, for sure. And that was even one of the points that I was making, right? Where tire pressures, I think, were a little bit too low. Maybe they thought, it's going to be cold. We're gonna pump up. Maybe didn't pump up enough on tire pressures. That was what I kind of thought, what I kind of saw in those opening laps as well. And back to Adrian's point, right? You saw AJ Mateus go over that chicane, turn number 5. I didn't see much of that from Adrian, if I'm being honest. And I think that it's little things, right, that he hasn't yet found out. And he will, I think, tomorrow, if he does go out with Mateus or if he does go out with AJ, how they drive the track, how they're going fast. And those are the last little things, right? Those just little nuances of getting around Trackhouse that I think he's going to find tomorrow. And as well that he probably noticed today, right, that he's going to go back, dissect, look at the stream, look at his video as well, that he's going to find going into tomorrow's main event pretty much.
Well, the drivers are forming up behind us, and since they're right on the other side of this curtain in the green room area, we're not going to make our picks. We're going to save ours to really give us time to look at everything in tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon's pre-show. But in terms of final topics here, before we let the stars take the seats here in front of you all, Kyle, I'll give it to you first. Any topic or note that you really want to bring up that we haven't touched on enough yet today?
No, I mean, the only thing that I'm really just have been paying attention to is, this is the last time that we're going to be in racing conditions until Vegas, really, for these guys. I mean, I was thinking about it in that last heat. Like, I think just that's got to be a part of the mindset, right? There's going to be testing that happens between now and then, but this is the last chance they get tomorrow when the lights go out. That this is the last time you're going to be racing these guys until we get to Vegas, and there's a championship on the line, and there's all these things. Everything's ramping up to this.
And I think with OKN Junior, you could make the same case, right? X30 Junior is part of the night show there. They're going to have at least a few more races coming up. Our schedule has a couple big ones towards the end of the year. It gets into basically one-off season or playoffs even, if you will.
Hate it.
I know Kyle is a big playoffs fan. They're coming to IndyCar next year.
No.
No, in all seriousness, I'm with you. I think this is an equal tune-up for Vegas. I think it's a much more accurate read across the board for night sessions in Vegas with the cooler temps. Caleb, what about you?
I mean, if I'm being honest, not much, right? I think we've hit everything. The biggest thing is how do we end the year for me, right? How do we end? Where do we go from here? We obviously saw AJ and Mateus very friendly in the scales, in the grid as well, just kind of talking to each other. Do we end like that tomorrow, right? Do we have that, if you will, fairy tale ending for the two of them where they're able to leave here happy with each other, smiling with each other? And you know what? The better man won this weekend. Or does Adrian Rennerden pick up the leftovers like he did at Earthquake? That's my biggest question. How do we get to Vegas? That's my biggest question. Let's stir the pot a little bit here.
Story?
Yeah, what's the next chapter? What do we have? That's really what I'm wondering. And I'm excited to see it tomorrow. I really can't wait. And I hope we do leave here, right? Shaking hands. You know what? You got the better of me this time out, because that's what we need. We need a little bit of that, I think.
It'd be cool to see a full-on fight here that saw them all make it to the checkered flag without too many battle scars. But that doesn't mean we want them to hold any punches back. Hopefully, it's an all-out show. They're getting ready to let us know their thoughts now as the day has concluded. So we'll take a moment to step aside, let the stars come in. And for Kyle and Caleb and myself, we'll be behind the camera asking them some questions. But you'll see us again first thing in the afternoon as well. And that's when we'll give you our championship picks across the board in the 3 Pro Show classes, who we think is going to take it. So we'll take a quick break, get the stars in here.
Massimino wins in KA. Paulie Massimino is a winner in OKN Stars.
Take your driving to the next level with one-on-one coaching from 2024 OKN Stars champion, Paulie Massimino. Kart rental options are available if you'd like to keep yours at home, and drivers in all classes are welcome. From Briggs 206 to Mini to KA100 and X30. With in-depth data analysis, onboard video footage review, and lead follow on-track sessions, each private coaching session will see you end as a more complete driver than when you started. Book your coaching session now.
Hi, I'm Jackson with Alpha Race Hub.
It only makes sense to close out the day with the three All-Stars here from the Pro Stars Championship. AJ Myers in the center, Mateus Morgado on the left, and Adrian Reddington on your guys' right. AJ, let's go to you first because you got the first checkered flag on the day. And it seemed like you and Mateus are still joking with each other a bit in the scale line, but I know you guys are going to be serious when you get back to the pits and review the data. So how do you rate overall today?
I mean, yeah, you start off yesterday with the pole. It was a great lap. Kart setup was great. Today, first heat race, started off strong. Kart was amazing. Really faded off there at the end. Really got loose on me. Really didn't change much. Kind of wanted to see what it did at night. And the long run pace was definitely, when we adjust air pressure. And it was great. It was great to be going trading fast laps with Mateus at the end. He didn't make many mistakes. I couldn't make any moves. It was just trading off fast laps. Adrian was right in there too. At the end of the day, it ended off good to be able to show that into the run pace. I need a little bit more, yes, to win. But I think if Mateus was behind me, he would have a hard time getting around as well.
And Mateus, over to you, right? You were kind of on the inverse. Opening moto, AJ gets away a little bit. You spend the whole race trying to track him down. Moto 2, you were kind of right there with him from the jump until you got the lead. So talk to me about your Friday.
Yeah, it was a good day. All of us three have great speed. I think all of us can win. It's a hard category, a hard track to overtake, and to be behind another driver is the worst position when you're close to the driver. Driving in the night, so easy to make mistakes, and the race was a bit hard, the second race, because I couldn't make any mistake, otherwise AJ would catch me, and I think he was thinking the same because he wanted to catch me, so he couldn't make any mistakes neither. First race, he got a better start. He was faster in the beginning. I was faster in the end, so we finished close, but nothing I could do from there, even if we had another 5 laps. Once you're there, you're kind of stuck. But I think tomorrow will be a great day for all of us. We all have the speed to win, so can't wait for tomorrow.
Adrian, you had a bird's eye view of especially the two of them in that last race. So talk to me about your Friday a little bit. You know, getting closer, getting to grips with the racetrack here too, right?
Yeah, not the best Friday I've made since the beginning of the year, but if I look at the other race, it was a bit same. Still managing to find some pace. I think at the earthquake, well, the crash, but even in Newcastle, I didn't finish in the top 3, but we're getting better for tomorrow. We still miss a bit of pace compared to these two. If we work well tonight and make a good setup tomorrow, we'll be okay, I think. And I hope we'll make a good final. For sure, we'll be tight. And like Matthew said, positioning will be important on track to don't stay too much stuck behind, because you can make nothing with the dirty air. So yeah, we'll see tomorrow. But I think it will be a good day tomorrow.
Going off that, AJ, I'll toss it to you because you know this place a little better than these two guys. Sorry, you guys are obviously warming up engines behind you, so I'll try to be a little bit closer to the mic on this. But AJ, with this racetrack, when these two guys are talking dirty air, and you've experienced it racing here before, what are the sections that you guys are talking about? What do you feel, you know, what corners, especially when you're following another driver, are really tricky?
Yeah, I think I definitely felt that aero wash today. It just kind of changes how you have to approach the corners, I would say, mainly turn 3 up here, where we're carrying a lot of speed and we're trying to carry it through that apex. A lot of times it'll wash out on that exit of that corner. Yeah, it's a real factor. Kart setup can play a factor if you have a push. The aero wash is really going to make it worse. But yeah, I mean, I've raced here, unlike these guys, a lot, and I've driven here a lot, so it's my advantage. I expect it to be in the front, and these guys are learning, so I know they're going to get better. So yeah, like Adrian said, we got to nail a setup tonight and hope to get the better of these two.
And talk to me too about the track conditions. We were touching on it right before we had you guys step in. Did you expect the track to slick off and get as loose and free as it was tonight?
I mean, yeah, I've been here a lot. I was here last Friday, and the second I showed up here for this race, with this many karts here, it's not the same go-kart track. The feelings you get in the kart, the feelings even in the engine sounds. I'm on a race engine now. I'm not in my practice engine. Everything's different. The feelings are different, and yeah, it's a whole new setup, and you got to adjust to it. And tonight, very slippery. Tomorrow I'll be a little better on new tires, but yeah, I feel like I was lacking that lateral grip I needed today.
Yeah, Matthias, over to you. If you can, again, we'll try to work on that here a little bit, see if we can boost our audio in y'all's ears here. But that being said, talk about the opening laps. The first couple laps looked like you and AJ were kind of sliding around, right? You were way loose, it looked like, in that first lap. Talk about it.
You mean the first race?
Second race tonight.
The second race, yeah. AJ is always fast in the beginning. We don't understand why. We're trying to get there to be as fast as him in the beginning and have a good pace, long run as well, that I think is really important. But yeah, in the first laps I was struggling a bit, as always. Once I got by him, I could find a good pace and go forward.
And Adrian, over to you. Where do you think these two guys were a little better than you, tonight? It looked like, first couple laps they were good. You had a good start as well, but where do you think these two guys have the upper hand on you and your package?
Sure, Moto 1, they were really faster than me. I finished P5, so far away from them. So now we work a bit, and the pace was better. I think in the beginning, Matheus was really fast. I could follow him, but then on some overtakes, I lose some time. I catch again, but I was a bit stuck behind. I think chassis is going really, really good. Just need to find some pace on the carburation, I will say, and for tomorrow will be good.
AJ, I have to ask, right, the kind of topic of the weekend. You've been always really good over one lap pace, start of the race, long run. We saw it today. You were kind of shaking your head across the line. You think it's just tire pressure? You mentioned it earlier. What do you think is really lacking for you guys over that long run, over those 20 minutes that you guys are out there on the track?
I mean, it's simple. I mean, I'm going to give it everything I have the whole race. It's a long race. It's just a factor of what it is. I mean, like Matthias said, they're trying to get fast on the opening laps like we have that pace. I'm trying to get that pace in the back half of the laps. So it was great today in the first half of the race to get passed by Matthias. I mean, I was sliding around all over the place. To be able to catch him up in the middle of the race and then hang with them and put pressure on him throughout the whole race. I mean, that's a step in the right direction. Obviously, you can say what you want. Qualifying, I can put in some laps, but all these guys are great drivers, and they can also put great laps. So, end of the day, I'm trying my best out here. If it comes, it comes. I'm going to give it my all.
First off, I feel like every time I ask this question, I get the same answer. So I don't know why I'm asking it, but how much are you guys thinking about the championship? Like, how back at the tent, do you know the calculations of where you guys need to be, vice versa? Either or.
For me, I don't really care, man. These guys are ahead of me by a good little margin. It's tough to make up points in this series the way the points are laid out. So the way it goes is I have the least to lose. I'm just going to go for it. I'm not planning on taking anyone out for a championship. I'm trying to race clean, trying to make some good moves, and have a fun day tomorrow.
Yeah, for me, I don't really think about championship. For a few years already, I just want to drive and do my best on track and deliver a good result for the team, because I think they deserve for all the work they're doing, and they deserve a lot more than what we had this year. So every time I go to the track, I'll just do my best and try to take the win. That's what we drivers want to do every time we go to the track.
I don't think same. I think we all played the championship. I think tonight us three will look at the points, so sure we think about it. But sure, the best thing is to win. If you win, you score more points, and that's it. After, if they have to finish second or fourth, I don't care. I want to win tomorrow, but sure, we have to look at it.
been lasting for me. Dude, this is the second time. We only race under the lights twice in this class. Is there anything of racing at night that you can learn and kind of take and kind of put into Supernats? Is there anything that you're learning here?
Learning-wise, you kind of learn what the track does, I guess, maybe. But in not Utah, in Las Vegas, it's so dry. Here at nighttime, it gets a little moisture, it gets a little slick. Vegas, it's not the same. So it's just fun to race at night, man. Just plain and simple. Everything happens so fast. The lights are flying at you. It's just a good time out there to drive.
My next question goes to all three of you guys, because it's the first time, well, for Mateus and Adrian, that you guys are racing at the Stars Championship Series in the year, right, as a whole. AJ, you've been here a couple of times throughout the years at Stars. How have you seen kind of the level grow? How have you seen the series grow as well throughout the years? Because, again, we have 3 world-class drivers sitting in front of us, right, for a Stars Championship Series championship.
Yeah, no, it's incredible, man. The series has taken huge steps. I mean, just the fact that I'm sitting next to Vice World Champion last year, KZ2, I think maybe European Champion one of these years in the past. I mean, I remember watching videos of this guy in the rain. He was a blue Sodi Kart. The dude was insane. So, I mean, just to sit next to these guys and to be here, and I'm in the middle right now. I hope to be in the middle tomorrow, but I have great respect for these guys, and this series is really bringing out the best talent.
Mateus, over to you, right? What was kind of the draw for PSL, for Borel Art, to bring you out here this year to run Stars, and run with the best?
Yeah, it's great. I was really happy to make Stars. This year for me, been a bit different from last year. I'm not been racing go-karts that much. Not been racing in Europe. I'll go to Europe now to race the World Championship, but just doing America. So the more races I do, the better it is for me. It's a great championship. My first time. I like the people here, people that are watching and cheering for you. The event is great.
Adrian, for you, Stars, you talked about the mentality, how different it was here in the States, and again, you've been able to run SCUSA, you've been able to run Stars. Just talk a little about the level that you've experienced here as well.
Yeah, at the beginning for me the Star Championship was not scheduled. That we make only Newcastle to prepare the SCUSA, but at the end the pace was good and the result really great. So we plan to make the championship, and I'm really happy to be there because championship is really nice. I really like the format, and at least we have a good battle also for the championship. So it put a bit pressure, and it's nice to drive like this. Also, it makes me drive a lot because, like Mateus, I do only the US for the moment. I don't make the beginning of the year. And when everything is new in this country, all the track, tires different, people different, all the rules. I remember in Houston, I don't even know what the white flag was for the qualifying. So yeah, I continue to learn everything. So yeah, it's good, and I think the Star Championship make a great event.
We know these two have been here for a minute. We haven't chased you off, have you? Are you still excited or hoping to come back and race in the U.S. again next year, Adrian?
I hope I have a contract for next year. For the moment, it's not the problem. We have the Supernats to prepare. But yeah, now, like I say, now that I knew the track and I know the people, I think I will be in better shape next year because I will be prepared. And I think if we put everything right, I can be fast and win some other race.
Let's close off with the best way the main event would go is obviously for any of you guys to get away. But we saw you guys shaking hands at the end of it. Drivers always find a way, it feels like, to put last race away and go out and perform like you guys did today. It was clean, it was fun, and it's good to talk to you guys, see all you guys smiling at the end of these pressers. I feel like the last couple times we've done them with drivers, for one reason or another, nobody's been happy. So I want to end on a positive note. What would be your biggest positive takeaway up to this point in 2025 for your season? What you've contributed to your team, if you kind of have a highlight to share, what you're most proud of from what you've had this year and the races we've got to cover. And AJ, I'm going to toss it to you first because you've got more weekends at the American races, even when you're not driving at all of them, than these two guys have, by a little. So if you look back on 2025, what are you most proud of so far?
I mean, to be fair, 2025 hasn't been the most kind to me. I think I led the most laps, like you guys pointed out. It's been great in the heat races and the pre-finals, but as far as highlights of this year, it's been not that much. My highlight for this year is the people I'm working with on the side, like you said. Max Weiland, now it's fun to go watch him drive OKN Junior. I get more fun now, excited to go watch these kids and see what they can do and make them better. And it goes to, we got a kid here from Bermuda, Tanner Correa. He's not here very often. Seeing him improve and that kind of thing, that's my highlight from the year. Seeing and passing on this kind of knowledge that I have, and then hopefully I can end off the year with my highlight at Supernats. And yeah, drop the mic there.
Mateus?
It's a hard question. I don't know highlights. I mean, a month ago maybe I lost a Pro Tour Championship, and it's hard. Beginning of the year, it's not great. I win the Winter Series, but not the way I wanted to win. And so many hard things, but just proud to be here racing against these guys. And that's great. I love doing this, and that's something I will never stop doing, is racing go-karts. So yeah, it's great to be around driving with such talented drivers that push you to the limits to improve every time more and more. And be near my team, PSL, that they are great, and seeing the drivers like AJ Said from his team, like from my side, from my team, improving, and hearing what you teach them and stuff like this is so grateful for us drivers.
Adrian?
For me, it was a bit up and down year. With like the first race in Houston, I couldn't even make the final. Even the pace was really great. Then I can win 2 races, so really happy about it. Then the last Cruza, some strange rules happened to me, and I lost a lot of points to get a great result. But as a team, I'm really happy because it's make a long time for them that they want to put effort to be in the top step, and I think now this year was I think the first win in the shifter, so I'm really happy about this. And the team begin to grow as we are more and more in the tent, so I'm really happy for this. And I want the team Velocity to be like a really big team in the US, and I'm proud that the trust they put in me, and I will try my best to win tomorrow.
Well, I'm glad I was able to get that to all three of you guys tonight, because I know there's going to be one happy guy tomorrow night, and probably two of you three that may not be as happy. So good day on a positive. Want to wish you guys all the best of luck. And for the Perico post-day show, that's a wrap on it. We'll let you guys get back to work in the tents. Thanks for joining us, AJ, Mateus, Adrian. We appreciate you guys a ton.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, boys.
This broadcast is the sole property of Kart Chaser Group, LLC. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of the images, audio, or accounts of this event, in whole or in part, without the express written consent of Kart Chaser Group, LLC is strictly prohibited. Thanks for watching.